Oji so ao mongwa ka o sente balelina. Dumelang bo maseve. This week we are in the Audi RS6 Avant Performance. It's back to Gulavega Malebo Charlie because this is one crazy car and we're gonna have a conversation. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I hope you guys stay. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And if you're an upstanding member of the Maseve Society, thank you so much for your support and I hope you continue to support. Don't forget to watch those ads because Kulavega, Gucci and all that jazz. So now let's get into this Audi RS6. So let's get started with the exterior of the Audi RS6. The Audi RS6 on the exterior is an absolutely stunning car. I'm still not quite sure what color this car is because it sometimes looks black and then other times it looks a bit like a dark blue, a very, very dark blue. But for me, to the undiscerning eye, it's a black car. It has these beautiful large gold rims and it sits on 22-inch wheels. I don't think there's much to get into in terms of the exterior. It's an absolutely stunning car. You obviously have Audi's intelligent light system up in front and in the rear. With it being an Avant, it's basically a station wagon. So you guys can see that it has a bit of a long stature. The size of this car is quite long. You also have the bit of a sloping roofline. And what I like about this car being a station wagon is that you have ample boot space even with all the seats up. So that's actually a very commendable thing. But on the exterior, look, probably a 15 out of 10. This is probably one of the most beautiful cars you could find on the market right now. You also have like a double sunroof, but that's more on the inside. But on the exterior, I think this is just exquisite to look at. It's just so beastly. It looks so menacing. It's like a Batmobile, man. It's like, it just looks like it's ready to take you on. And I think it's an absolutely stunning car on the exterior. Interior, it's also a very nice place to be in. You have this digital cluster up in front of you. You also have this really nice little infotainment system screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It also has Audi's MMI, but we'll get into that a bit later. You have this double screen. Your climate control menus are fully touchscreen. So obviously you guys know that irks me a little bit because of all the fingerprints that could stay. You have this Quattro badging on the dash that goes across to the passenger side. You have a lot of bit of carbon fiber elements going on around the dash and on the door panels, which is actually a very nice thing. Thank you, Malumes. Thank you, Papazala. Let me just get in here. And then you also have this steering wheel that is wrapped with Alcantara suede kind of material. So it's a very nice car to be in. All in all, I think it's very, very pretty. You have this multi-function steering wheel. It's flat bottomed. You have the RS badging on here. You have these really nice sports seats with red stitching all over. You have the RS badging not just in front but also in the rear. So I think on the interior it's very nice. You have electric seats, you have memory seats, you know, you have heated and cooled seats. So very well equipped interior. I love the double sunroof that it has in that, as I've mentioned earlier. So yeah, very nice car to be in, very good space, very beautiful use of quality materials in here. The boot space is also quite commendable. I think it's really big, so you don't need to fold the seats down quite a lot. And yeah, I think, like, guys, it's a very much an Audi interior. You have this cubby hole, and in the cubby, I mean not this cubby hole, man, the center console storage space, that's where your wireless charging bay is, and you have 2 USB-C ports. So I think it's a very well equipped interior. And very much impressed with the quality of this car, all in all. So I think it's just absolutely beautiful. So let's get into the drive. What is powering the Audi RS6 Avant? So this vehicle is powered by a 4-liter bi-turbo TFSI engine that produces a crazy 463 kilowatts and 850 Newton meters of torque. So that is absolutely insane power output. Like, that is just wild, you know. And in terms of how it drives, it's absolutely stunning. Very much a performance oriented car, very much a track demon. You know, the only thing that I don't like about performance cars is that you can't unleash its full potential on public roads. It needs a track. But with the little bit of spirited driving, yo, Mitlolo. with the little bit of spirited driving that I did, I just felt like it's such a very engaging car to drive. It's such a fun car to drive. The power outputs are there. It knows exactly when to shift. Even when you put it in manual, it knows exactly what to do. Very little to no turbo lag. When you're doing a bit of high speeds, you know, it just feels like it's cruising. Like, oh, guys, it is just absolutely a dream to drive. And this is a big car. I think it weighs over 2 tons if I'm not mistaken. It's a large car. It's not a very small baby nyana car. It's a very, very big car and it's heavy. But even when you put your foot down and you're accelerating, guys, it just feels like it knows exactly what to do. It knows exactly when to shift. I just feel like I'm rambling, but I'm so impressed with this car, and I'm so impressed with how they've mated this engine and this gearbox together, and I can't stop singing its praises. Like, it drives so beautifully. When it comes to fuel consumption, guys, is it really that important? I think I'm doing 16 liters per 100 Ks in this car. And I'm not even too mad at it because, well, it is a performance car. So yeah, your consumption is going to be really high. But it's probably one of the most loveliest performance cars I've driven. Ultimately, for me, I think the drive is a proper 10 out of 10. I love Audi's Quattro system. I mean, I see X-Drive and I see 4MATIC, but there's something about Quattro that is so stunning. And I love that in Audi performance models, guys, they're very foolproof. So you can't do anything stupid in an Audi. Like, you can do something stupid in an M and it'll throw you off, but you can't really do anything stupid in an Audi because it really knows it's a very clever system. It's a very clever drivetrain. So for me, the drive blew me away. Absolutely stunning car to drive. But now let's get into the verdict and to see what I really think about the Audi RS6. So let's get into the things that I don't like about the Audi RS6. I think there's very little that I don't like. Maybe because of, the only thing that I can mention is how low this car is. So it gives me a bit of anxiety when I'm driving because I don't want to scrape the lip, you know, when you're going over humps. I'm now a city golf driver. Guys, say her speed hump. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what I usually do sometimes when I'm driving this car, but I'm joking. You can go over them easily. It's not that bad. Also, I'm not a big fan of this black color because it's waramaswe. I'm not a big fan of black cars because they carry dust and dirt very easily and very, like, normally. So those are probably the only two things I don't like about this car. I do feel also that maybe they could have done a bit better with this interior. There's a lot of piano black in here, so it's going to cause scratches. It's going to be just a bit of a nightmare in the long run. But it's not really something, like, these are just things that are probably subjective to me in terms of the things that I don't like about the car. But other than that, I think it's a really stunning product, and I think it's really, really cool. Maybe would have loved for the USB ports to also be a bit up in front, but unfortunately they're not in front. So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, I think those are the only few things that are very personal to me that I don't like. Let's get into the verdict. Let's get into the proper verdict. What does Reba or Maseve think of this Audi RS6? By the fact that it's an RS6, those are my initials, Reba S6. It's a 10 out of 10. But I think the Audi RS6 is absolutely a stunning car. It has a lot of imponing, especially with these gold rims. You know, it just shows a bit of obnoxious, and this is very crazy money, you know. This vehicle is priced at 3 million. So the base price of this car actually is 2.3 million. And you know, Audi Group and Porsche, you know, same but different. When it comes to speccing those two brands, you will pay. So all the extras fitted on this car amount to 730,000 rand. So this car is basically 3 million as tested, which is a lot of money. It is crazy money for a car of this caliber, and a car, like, it's crazy. However, by the fact that it is a V8, it's a 4-liter bi-turbo V8. The fact that it has a very well-equipped interior, very, very generous safety features are fitted onto this car, very beautiful interior, I think the price is somewhat justified. I've seen a lot of complaints saying that this car is too expensive. People would get an X5M, X6M, and I really feel that that is a bit of an unfair comparison because this is a station wagon. There's only very few of them in South Africa. We don't get a lot of station wagons. You know, there's RS6, there's RS4. I can't think of others. I think M3 CS Touring, but those are allocated, and I've never driven them, so I haven't spoken, so I can't speak about them. But I do get when people say they'd rather get an X5M or a GLE 63. I get that. But I really think that this is an outlier. This is a very different car, especially because it's a station wagon, and it's a very great product. This is a family performance car. It's big enough for if you have kids, you guys are doing long distance road trips, you would be fine in a car like this. And if you want to be spirited and have a fun drive with it, you put it in dynamic and it's the whole way. So I really do think that the RS6 is probably one of the most faultless performance cars I've ever driven. It's really that good. It is so refined. The noise insulation in this car is great. Everything about this car is absolutely perfect for me. Ergonomically, it's very well laid out. Maybe I'm not a big fan of the Bang & Olufsen. I really don't like Bang & Olufsen as a sound system in J. I really feel like they could have put in Harman Kardon or Bowers and Wilkins, because Bang is not banging. Bang & Olufsen is not, it's not cooking, man. Like for me, it's not cooking. It's not as potent. I was in the Lexus. The Mark Levinson in the Lexus is better than this Bang & Olufsen. And that is just my opinion on that car, on the sound system. However, on a comfort perspective, 10 out of 10. Looks, 10 out of 10. Practicality, 10 out of 10. Fuel consumption, we can't complain about fuel consumption, guys. It's a V8. Like, you'll be very much insane for wanting 5 liters per 100 Ks in a car like this. Sorry, like, just forget about it. Like, forget about it. But I really do think that the RS6 is a true testament to Audi's excellence and Audi's dedication to creating very well built performance cars. And I love the fact that RS and this Quattro system makes you feel safe. Even when you're just having your fun with the car, you feel very cocooned and you feel very safe, but you're having the time of your life. So I think for me, the RS6 makes a whole lot of sense. And it's a car that you can absolutely daily. It's not uncomfortable at all. It's not your hard, it's not those, even the suspension, as much as it is a performance car, it's not those suspensions where when you get out of the car, you feel like your bums are just like wrinkled up. It's very comfortable. You can enjoy this car on a long distance drive, stuff like that. So I really do think that the RS6 is, for me, it's just close to perfection. I can't find anything wrong with it. Oh, yeah, my ultimate verdict on this car is a proper 9 out of 10. Absolutely stunning, very well built, very great to drive, very comfortable. There's not much to really fuss about in terms of this car. It's a very well put together performance car. Would I buy it? Definitely. If I had a rich husband or a husband, but sure, I would get this car for myself. I really think I would. However, I think if I wanted something that has a bit less power and maybe better, there's no better consumption in performance cars. I don't know what you're saying, but I think I would get this. I think the RS6 is a car that I would definitely buy if I wanted something different, because if I'm not keen on performance SUVs, then I think this is a great option. So definitely would get this car. And that is it from me, maseve. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, don't forget to watch those ads and let me know what you guys think of the Audi RS6 Avant Performance, this brute beastly V8, very beautiful car. We can compare it to the Audi S8. Would you get the S8? Would you get this RS6? What are you getting for that, for the money that I've mentioned, for 3 million rand? So yeah, let's have a conversation in the comments. Or if you're not keen on the RS6, which car would also be on your radar at 3 million rand? I am hungry, but I am broke. So my sister umpila aja. So wait to ko ira di noodles ko ira di noodles tsa Durban curry, ko ira di noodles tsa Durban curry, ke tshela acha, he ke fetso tshela acha, ke reka wine, ke je ke robale. Na as long as ke jile ke khotse, everything else doesn't matter. But yeah, I really think the RS6 is just absolutely stunning. Let me know what you guys think of this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me go make my noodles and acha. And mara acha na go nalum polaisa mahava. Ke ja acha ke lo kontlu. I never eat acha ke abathong cause nalo bethalo khwaphanyana monna. Am I oversharing? So yeah, that is it from me, guys. I'm rambling. I'm just talking a lot. Bona ke bolela ka mahava. Kulaveka Gucci, kulaveka RS6, kulaveka Mali, kulaveka Yonkinto, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the support. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you in the next one. Time for me to eat my noodles and acha. Bye bye.